Hey guys, it's Josh here and welcome to part 2 of my base game add-on series where I just go through and add in a bunch of new things to base game to help increase the versatility and usability of various objects, in this case from base game. Also, if you didn't know, this set was actually available early for Patreon subscribers, so although this set is now available to everyone, feel free to support me on Patreon to get early access for my future add-ons. Anyway, let's jump right into the showcase. We are in build mode now, and starting off with the island counter updates. So we've got 2 new island counters, and some of you may be aware that when it comes to island counters, EA love to put the cabinets on the side that you sit on for some reason, and that's the same with around maybe 70 or 80% of the counters in the game. And I don't know about you guys, but it bugs me. So I went ahead and changed the ones in base game which had the cabinets on the incorrect side so that their cabinets are on the correct side. So if you can see with this one, the cabinets are now on the side that you don't sit on. Same with this set. And I did go ahead and update all the corner and end pieces as well, so you'll have no trouble using them in your builds. And these 2 counter sets did come with matching bars, so surprisingly the newer island counter that got the bar has the cabinets on the correct side, but the original one from the start of the game did have them on the wrong side, so I did put them on the other side so that you can use the new counter. Perfect. Oh, that's an end piece. So you can use the counter with the a bar with no issues, just like the original object. Also, while I was making this add-on, I noticed that these counters got many more swatches than they used to. I'm guessing that happened a very long time ago, but I pretty much never used this counter, so I didn't know, but some of these are actually really good. I'd actually use that now, but these new ones, I think these came out a few months ago. I love these. But yeah, moving on now to the curtains. So we've got a few new modular curtain sets, or 2 of them to be precise, and this one, if you've watched my cats and dogs add-on video, you'll know this was coming. But yeah, I've made the modular curtain set for the base game version of these cool curtains. They're colorful, but I love that they included the more simpler swatches as well. But yeah, these curtain sets, they've got corner pieces and just the bar, so you can sort of just mix and match and make your own custom curtain set. Since I wish we got more curtains that you can sort of create yourself. So I know Adventure Awaits added a curtain set that's like semi-modular. There isn't really a corner piece, but you can actually pick like how wide you want the curtain to be. So you have like the slot, the piece with the actual curtain, and then they also included like the equivalent to this beam. So you can just place beams and then another piece, so you can sort of create the illusion of a modular curtain set. And then over here we have new variations of this curtain in the base game, which I liked the actual blinds of it, but I just never understood why it poked out so much. So it became really difficult to use. So like if you wanted to put it in the corner, it just ends up looking so silly. Look at the clipping and glitches that happen. Yeah, I'm never gonna use that. And there just wasn't much customization. So like if you had a 1 tile window that you wanted to cover, you couldn't use it because you only have this 2 wide options. So I went ahead and created 3 different height variations of the curtain or of the blinds, and then also made a 1 tile version. On top of that, I made a corner piece so you can place them in corners without any issues, and it actually looks like I guess it looks as realistic as it could, so you can place them in corners and they don't overlap or cause glitches or bugs. And yeah, that's pretty much all there is with the curtains. I think we already covered this one. And then over here, this was like a random thought, like when I was almost done with the add-on. I saw that Dream Home Decorator had a shoe clutter object, which you can also use as like a indoor shoe rule thing. And I was like, since base game also has a shoe shelf, maybe I could do something. I could separate the shoes there so you can pretty much have the same thing as Dream Home Decorator, but in base game. So now you can place the shoes individually, and you can make your own shoe shelf as well, since I did make a separate shelf object as well. And yeah, they function as the rule setting objects, so you can use them to set indoor rules. But yeah, that's all there is for the buy mode stuff. So let's go upstairs and have a look at the new doors and gates, or archways and gates. Starting off with all of the new archways. So I noticed that over the years we've been getting a lot of doors, new doors, but we get new archways at a much slower pace. So they sometimes add in new doors, but there's just no matching archway. So I went ahead and I made matching archways for pretty much every single small height or like the low height door uh in base game. So now it should be a lot easier to find the matching archways to use with whichever door you choose to use in base game, and hopefully in general as well, since many of these I feel like are a lot more versatile than some of the other like some of the actual default archways we have in the game. So yeah, let's just quickly go through them all. Like I won't go through them one by one since there's just too many. But pretty much, if there's a door, there's an archway in front of it that matches. And some of these, I'll go through these three because these are special. So these doors are different depending on which side they're facing. So I did include one archway with the same design as the door, but I also included another archway which kept the simple design on both sides. I felt like if you were going to use like this as the front door, you wouldn't want to like place an equivalent version inside. You'd probably want to place a simpler version. And then I did the same for the double doors as well. I really like how this one turned out. I'll probably put like a picture on screen of one of the preview images that I made, but I just love the look of the archways with the windows around it. The one I made for the Enchanted by Nature add-on made me realize how good archways looked when they had a little bit of glass on either side. But yeah, same thing. In a similar sense, these ones are pretty cool as well. And then lastly, this was just a small Patreon request that I got in the comments. So I got requested to make a double door version of the simple 2-panel doors. I felt like that was a good idea, since if we look in the base game doors, I think there was like something similar. I think, yeah, see, 2-panel double door, but like they have the same name, but they just don't match. So I just figured it's a good idea that to make a matching double door, since we didn't have it yet. So I did go ahead and make that, and obviously I made the matching archway as well. And then over here is just a simple add-on for these two windows so that they match the height of the door that was added in at the same time. So if we have a look, I think the original height of these windows were slightly lower for some reason. And if we place the door, I think, well, this is the door that came with it, like they weren't aligned, and you could like slightly raise it and you get the same height, but I decided to just make an add-on to match it seamlessly. And then I also made a increased height version of the sliding door, of this sliding door, so that it matches the height of the taller windows, since I like to use this door a lot, and having more height options is never, like, I wouldn't say no to that, so I went ahead and made it. And then over here we just have a couple of new gates. So I made a gate for this fence. So I was trying to make more gates, but then I realized, like, I was going through all of the fences one by one and all of the gates one by one, and I found that a lot of the fences did have a matching gate. So I just went ahead and found the fences that I often use and wanted gates for. So I made a gate for this simple fence. And then this, I actually really loved the design of this fence, but there was no gate for them. So I went ahead and made 2 gates for this fence. So there's a single tile one and a double tile one. And I also made 2 1-tile gates that match this fence. So this originally has, I think, technically 3 different gates for them, but they're all 2-tile wide. So you've got this one, and then you've got this one, and this one, and I just wanted a one tile version, so I went ahead and made 2 different ones. So yeah, more options. But yeah, that's pretty much all there is to this add-on. I will leave the download link in the description below. Also, I have actually started uploading my custom content to CurseForge, so if that's something you prefer, feel free to download it from there. That's pretty much all there is to this add-on. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a wonderful day. Bye guys!